In medieval Europe, power did not begin with kings, it began with the church. Kings ruled armies, lands, and laws, but even they feared something greater. The medieval church stood above every crown in Europe, because the church claimed control over the fate of your soul. To medieval people, hell was more terrifying than death itself. Only the church could promise salvation, or eternal damnation. And kings believed this just as deeply as peasants. At the head of the church stood the Pope, the most powerful man in Europe. He claimed authority not from armies, but from God himself. The Pope's most feared weapon was excommunication. One declaration, and the king was cut off from the church. Subjects were told not to obey him, or even speak to him. His authority collapsed overnight. This happened to Emperor Henry IV. Excommunicated and powerless, he traveled to beg forgiveness. For 3 days, he waited barefoot in the snow. A king, humiliated before the church. The church also decided who had the right to rule. Political power depended on religious approval. It collected tithes, 10% of everyone's income. Gold flowed into church coffers every single year. Often, the church was richer than the king himself. And unlike kings, the church existed everywhere. Borders didn't limit its influence. Some kings tried to fight back. Most failed, and lost their thrones. Challenging the church often meant chaos and collapse. In the medieval world, true power was not military. It was spiritual. The church ruled minds, hearts, and fear. And fear was the strongest weapon of all. For centuries, Europe lived under this balance. The church above the throne. Fade to black, candle flame. Because whoever controlled heaven, controlled the world below.